Well, you can help fight congenital heart disease one step at a time. Brownsville will serve as one of 30 communities across the U.S. that will host a walk to raise money. This morning, Christy Gonzalez Salazar joins us with a lot more information on that walk. Good morning, Christy.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for being with us. And for those folks who weren't tuning in earlier, what exactly is congenital heart disease?
Congenital heart defects or disease, it's very broad, and there's so many diseases out there, from children that have a hole in the heart or something much more drastic where they're actually missing parts of their heart. Some of these kids have to either have heart transplants, pacemakers, and they have to have several surgeries throughout their lifetime.
Yeah, and this can be very costly for a lot of families that perhaps cannot afford this. And this is where you folks step in.
Exactly. The Rio Grande Valley Congenital Heart Walk is part of a joint effort between the Children's Heart Foundation and the Adult Congenital Heart Association. All that money that's raised through the Congenital Heart Walks throughout the nation goes to the Children's Heart Foundation, and there they distribute the money to different scientists or doctors that are trying to get some research done so our children and these adults can have a much better life.
And this cause is very near and dear to your heart because your child actually suffered from this.
Yes, Joaquin is 3.5 years old, and he was actually diagnosed with one of his defects when I was pregnant with him, and when he was born he was diagnosed with 2 more. He was then, he had open heart surgery when he was 7 days old, and then a couple of months later, when he was 6.5 months old, he had his second open heart surgery. He's doing great now, but he still needs a 3rd open heart surgery when he's about 4.5 years old.
Wow, and of course those bills pile up. What to do, and this is where organizations like this one come into play and help the folks out. So how can someone watching us this morning take part in something like this?
We're just encouraging everybody in the valley that is affected with congenital heart defects, whether it's a child or an adult living with a congenital heart defect. We're encouraging everybody to form a team. Teams can be as small as a team of 3 to teams of 100. It's super simple. They just have to visit www.congenitalheartwalk.org, click on the Rio Grande Valley link, and they can form their team that way and start raising money. And just have them remember that all this money is going to benefit us at some point because it's going towards research.
Absolutely, and this is taking place April 27th. You want to give the folks watching us the details of how they can go about it?
Absolutely. The event is April the 27th, just like you mentioned. It's Saturday at the Brownsville Sports Park, and the registration starts at 7:30. So even if you haven't done any online registering, you can show up that day and just sign up for your team or yourself or whatever, donate some money and walk. It's a mile long, so it's not that far. And the event should be over probably by 10. We'll have Zumba, we'll have a bounce house. It'll be lots of fun.
It sounds like it'll be a lot of fun, so we want to encourage the folks to head out there. Thank you so much, Christy, for being with us. We appreciate your time. So let's send it over to Victoria.